Good afternoon, Charlotte Fauntleroy from Fauntleroy Enterprises for Robert Atkinson, please. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you. Yes, Rob. Yes, it's Dominique. You know, Andrew Westerly's daughter, your wife. Well, yes, I had to book a call as someone else to be able to speak with you because all you do is avoid me. I call you, you ignore my calls. I text you, you read and ignore my messages. Robert, what's going on? We have to discuss this. Well, Robert, you're having an affair with the maid. And your sudden avoidance of Adam is troubling. It's almost as if you're blaming me for something. And I want us to get to the bottom of it. We must confront it. Robert, listen to me. We have spent 15 years in this marriage. 15 years. And this is how you're treating me? Me, Robert? I stood by your side from day one and I helped you to build that business. Yeah. And you are like a big coward now, running away from all your responsibilities. For what? For what? Listen, after I worked so hard alongside you to help build your business, after I prostituted myself interacting with all of these disgusting people that I didn't even like, Robert, people whose only care in this world is money and their shadow, and this is how you treat me? Wow. Well, let me give you an ultimatum. Let me just tell you today, stand up like a man and face me, okay? It's either you are prepared to head into a counselor's office with me or a lawyer's office. And Robert, let me explain it as clearly as I can to you. I am Andrew Westerly's daughter. Whether or not you stay or you go, I can quite afford to walk away. Yes, I can. So when you come home later, we are going to sit down and we are going to trash this out.
Note taking is difficult, especially for me because I am a rather slow writer. So taking notes takes a while. So I try to have to hurry up and get them all in before they're off the board. But I think what note taking is that its worst is dictation. I cannot do dictation. I actually have to be asking a speaker to hold up or slow down and the like. But if you're talking about but if it's school subjects you're talking about, then I'd have to say math is rather abstract for me. I know what about it, but I don't know. I guess math just isn't my thing. Well, I mean, unless it's geometry and algebra, then I love it.
It's a different kind of mind. It is but a little different than yours and mine. It's a different kind of mind. It's an old puzzle if you just try. You'll be all mine. The rainbow scene and a brand new vibe. You'll be all mine. 4, 3, 2.
Being described as autistic, I don't really have any problems with that. I actually think autism is a blessing. Well, it's because of a lot of different things. I have perfect pitch, and this little thing called chromesthesia, or or the synesthesia, so I see a color every time I hear a note. I don't really have anything big per se, but I do have a bunch of careers that I do want to follow. Like, for one thing, I want to be a sound engineer. I'm already working to be a composer. And I definitely want to go into software engineering, and, like, developing programs and all that.
To help an autistic child thrive within the classroom among their typical peers, the most important thing that a teacher can do is, apart from educating themselves, they can educate their students. So usually, like for our camps, for instance, that's where we see a lot more of the inclusion taking place, because we have a lot more typical and neurodiverse students in our settings. So one of our first weeks, we take the time to do a lot of exercises with the children, because a lot of the children that interact with students who are neurodiverse, they have never done so. They never saw someone with autism. They never interacted with someone who has Down syndrome. So it's really important for us to have that conversation first. So you have your conversation in a whole group setting with the student, and find ways to make them feel welcomed and loved. So the first thing you'd want to do is create a safe and secure environment for that student with autism, and help them as well as help their typical peers interact with them. Not treat them differently. And another thing that teachers can do is also use accommodations. So, you can have fidgets. So if a child becomes very anxious because maybe they have social anxiety, you can have like a quiet area, or you could create fidgets for that child. And that really does help them to relax and regulate their behaviors. Another thing that teachers can do is create different lessons. So you modify your lessons to suit the needs of the child. So let's say you're teaching money. You can teach money in a variety of ways, and one way in teaching one group of children may not necessarily work for your autistic child. So you incorporate different ways to bring across the lesson that you're trying to teach.
Hi, Melanie. Yes, this is Dominique. Listen, I need you to do something for me. No, you don't have to ask Rob's permission. I'm part owner in that company. So I'm giving you a directive. I want you to send out an email to all the employees. I asked Robert to do this probably 2 weeks ago and it wasn't done. So I want you to send out an email to all of the employees asking them to go on social media. Look for a company called Cause and Effect. It's an NGO, yes. And I want them to like, share, subscribe, and donate to the organization. Yes, it's an organization close to my heart. I'm adopting them. And I want people to go to their website and everything. There's a donate button at the top and the bottom. It goes to a WePay link. So people can donate, whether they're here, whether they're in, abroad, US or TT. Like, share, subscribe, and donate, and share the videos. All right. Thank you, Melanie. Have a nice day, love. Okay, bye-bye.
It's a different kind of mind.